It was the year 2006 when Randall Triple R Reinhardt began playing Super Smash Bros. Melee at a competitive level. The thing is, he never mained Fox or Captain Falcon, but out of all characters to main, he chose Kirby. If knowing the tier list, why would Triple R choose such a relatively bad character to play? Well, the main reason is due to stubbornness and pride. According to Triple R, he believes that Kirby is not the worst character in the game, and that characters like Bowser, Pichu, Ness, and Zelda are far worse and that they don't have better tools than Kirby. Triple R would attend his very first tournament in 2006 in Wisconsin. After suffering his very first tournament loss, he would keep going, with his head held high. Soon after, he'd improve as time went on, slowly but surely. A couple years later, he moved to Minnesota to pursue his academic career, and from then on, he would cement himself as a Minnesota Smash legend, maining Kirby in every single game in the Smash series. Throughout his Melee career, he would defeat the likes of David Q, Fruit Loop, Kells, and up-and-coming Mech, going to a last stock last game situation with Professor Pro, making top 32 in Smash and Splash 2, and more. But today, we'll be looking at, in my opinion, arguably, Triple R's most memorable tournament run, Great Revival 2015. This is Melee's greatest Kirby player to ever live. On July 8th of 2006, Melee's only tier list of the year had Fox being ranked number 1 and Kirby being ranked number 24 out of 26 characters in total. Kirby is fundamentally bad in Melee because of his slowness when it comes to moving around the stage, his air mobility being the 4th worst in the game, almost having no kill setups, janky hitboxes like his forward smash, and you can even mash out of his grabs and throws. Seriously, this character can KO itself by doing a throwing move. The only things that it really has are his up tilts, which come out pretty fast, taking 4 starter frames of the hitbox to come out, his forward air to use as an approaching tool, up air to send opponents flying out of the screen, and even sometimes his forward tilt. When it comes to edge guarding, Kirby also has a couple tools as well. He has his down tilt, his down smash, and his up B. It is a possibility that Sakurai wanted to make Kirby a terrible character due to Kirby being so good in 64. It was February of 2015. Melee had just finished the previous year as one of the greatest years of all time, with Apex 2014, the start of the God Slayer 11, PPMD winning the event, players now being sponsored by big teams like Cloud9 and Team Liquid, the Summer Smash, CEO 2014, MLG 2014, the Armada vs Mango rivalry, and then PPMD winning Apex 2015 in full circle on February 1st of 2015. But in the Midwest, there was a tournament that was going to bring the Midwest Melee scene in full force to a tournament called Great Revival. The tournament was a single-day tournament where players like David Q, Kells, O'Reilly, Chexer, Mundungu, Triple R, Dark Rain, and even Mutaking, coming straight from Apex 2015, would attend the event. If you are not part of the Smash scene, Dark Rain was one of the greatest Captain Falcon players of all time. He was one of the original Captain Falcon mains in the very early days of Melee. Dark Rain is also credited to making one of the most famous combo videos of all time, called The Mind Reader. And who could forget about Mutaking? Everyone by now has to know who Mutaking is. He is one of the 5 gods who from 2008 to 2014 would win every single tournament that they attended. So, by having both of these players enter the fray among the Midwest's best, it made for a special occasion. The tournament goes underway and Triple R's first opponent is Mundungu, one of Wisconsin's legendary Fox players who had been playing from 06 to 07 up until, according to Smash Wiki, 2017 with Frosty Frostings being his last tournament. Nevertheless, a Fox vs Kirby seems like it won't sit well for a Kirby protagonist, since again, Fox is the number 1 character in Melee. With its high speed and high combo potential, Mundungu, being a legendary Fox main and also having a high tech skill, could be looked at as a threat. And so, they play the first match of the day, a best of 3. Triple R takes the set with a 2-0 win. While Triple R was waiting for his next match, Kells, Dart, Aurelie, and Mewtwo were playing their sets. With an easy 2-0, Mewtwo takes it, and that's when we learned that Triple R now has to face the one and only Mewtwo. With now having knowledge that Mewtwo is his next opponent, Triple R prepares for the match. He could either go out with a bang and beat M2K and shock the world, or possibly get 4-stocked in the most brutal way anyone could imagine. Mewtwo, on the other hand, has had moments where he completely breaks down and gives up. It's entirely a possibility that this could happen to him in the year 2015 against a Kirby. They sit down, fist bump, and the match begins. 40 seconds of gameplay has begun, and Triple R loses his first stock to an emotionless M2K. Triple R uses multiple attacks to get Sheik off stage, but Sheik refuses to die. Mewtwo, realizing how bad Kirby is and laughing hysterically, he forgets that this is a tournament set, when now, Triple R can take advantage of a laughing M2K, which in turn, this happens.
Fire go. Oh! Yo! Let's go! Let's go, Triple R, let's go!
It's 3 stocks to Triple R Mewtwo. The crowd is going nuts right now.
Oh my god, we have such a big crowd for this.
Forward air.
The crowd is going insane, dude. This is probably the only person to ever take a stock off M2K with Kirby. Ever.
Yeah, definitely.
He loses game 1 with an accidental SD and a 2-stock deficit, which is not bad at all for a Kirby main, especially against the all-knowing Mewtwo. If Triple R didn't lose his stock, there's a possibility that Mewtwo could have lost his first game to a Kirby main in history. Even the crowd felt the pain of that self-destruct.
This is amazing.
Oh!
He air died.
Now moving on to game 2, the camera pans to the crowd and we see that everyone is hyped to look at this match. This is something special. This is hype. They are in person, seeing a Kirby main against the robot. Game 2 goes underway. Kirby loses his first stock when all of a sudden,
Charlie's like, I'm not letting that happen.
M2K doing the good oh! He's got the needles! He's got the needles! Dude, the game, it's completely different now.
the match just became even better with Triple R sucking Mewtwo abilities and not having an extra tool. There's just one problem though. Even if Kirby has a Sheik special ability, he still struggles against Sheik. But one moment in particular that shows how good Triple R is when he manages to recover to the stage not once, but twice. One moment begins when M2K does a simple 3-piece combo which launches Kirby off stage. Triple R then uses Sheik's neutral B as a way to do damage while recovering as he manages to do so, until he gets hit with a down smash. He tries coming back, and that's when we have this moment here, where Triple R has multiple choices of recovering. He could either A, air dodge again towards the stage and hope that M2K gets thrown off, B, up B at the same angle and risk Sheik potentially hitting him with a forward air, or C, go under the stage, up B at the correct height and avoid being punished.
He was dying earlier. Oh! Invincible combat roll! Dude, Triple R is a monster, dude.
Even when making it back to the stage, Sheik still manages to KO Kirby with a simple down throw reaction tech forward air. M2K being in a comfortable lead, Triple R knocks M2K off the stage, which now prompts M2K to do this.
M2K just doing the good Sheik stuff. Oh, switching to Zelda. Oh!
Nice.
Yo, let's go, Triple R. Let's go.
Oh, we got a Kirby chant coming out.
Really weird.
I think Meets.
Oh! No one is playing a single game in this entire venue right now. Everyone is just watching this.
Aren't bad.
No, yeah, up tilt's actually really good. It's kind of like, oh, that's it. Man, good stuff.
2-0
Triple R.
King. Triple R definitely.
M2K's shaking his head like, dude, what even was that?
Yeah.
In the end, Triple R loses 0-2 against one of the greatest melee players of all time. And honestly, there was definitely a chance to take a game if it didn't make crucial mistakes like using his down B on some very awkward situations, missing guaranteed punishes, and the character just not having the right tools to kill Sheik at a low enough percentage. This loss would ultimately send Triple R to the losers bracket, which ultimately in the end means that he'll have one more shot to bring the gold home to Minnesota. He faces against O'Reilly in the losers bracket. O'Reilly is a well-known Captain Falcon player in the Chicagoland melee scene. In this moment, it'll be Illinois versus Minnesota in the losers bracket. There's actually some good news here. Falcon is surprisingly one of Kirby's best matchups. Kirby, similar to Jigglypuff, has the ability to duck under certain moves like Falcon's grab and edgeguard him like it's nothing. Falcon's biggest weakness is his recovery and his overall weight, because Kirby can do multiple up tilts. Game 1. Triple R, knowing how much he can abuse Falcon's low out of shield options, he opts to use Kirby's up tilt as a way to pressure opponents, and as a combo tool. The match is relatively close, with both players closing out stocks back and forth. It wasn't until Triple R does a get up attack and kills Falcon with a down tilt to down air that changes the course of this match. Because Triple R will now lose a stock and win the first game with a back throw into up air, ahead with a 1-0 lead. In Game 2, O'Reilly counterpicks the Pokemon Stadium, which removes some of Kirby's options like moving around the stage and gives room for O'Reilly to get an opening. But at the same time, the stage has transformations, which would at times go from the normal version of the stage with 2 platforms on each side, to changing from grass, water, rock, and fire type transformations throughout the match. This brings new ways of interaction between the players. It's debatable whether this counterpick was a good choice or not for O'Reilly. Triple R gets first blood on O'Reilly with an up throw forward air into back air. O'Reilly comes back with an air into knee. Stadium transforms to the fire type and we see Falcon do a gentleman into knee. Triple R comes back with the same exact setup, forward air into back air. The match is evened. Desperately, Triple R goes for an edge guard after a combo but fails to come back to the stage. Somehow, some way, Triple R manages to even it up again. With the momentum he has, Triple R is winning the neutral, which brings O'Reilly's percentage to 97 and an edge guard to win the set. All he has to do to win is hit a down tilt, but this happens instead.
Or against Kirby, excuse me.
Grabs him.
Because Kirby can either hit you beforehand or
He
just
started
crouch
up.
underneath
He
it.
started up the F smash. Oh, really good read there. He thought he would. He either
Soft
oh,
knee?
yeah.
Oh, really got it.
Yeah. Okay, so he expected him to either stay in shield or spot dodge or something.
Yeah.
And he poked him with
It is now 1-1, a tie. The following game will determine who will move on to the next match. Game 3, Fountain of Dreams. Fountain of Dreams is a stage similar to Battlefield, only that at times, the side platforms appear and disappear at any given moment. This is often a stage that many players struggle with, especially characters that require moving with great precision. Triple R purposely chose the stage due to Falcon sometimes not being able to do certain moves, like down air, which is a move that often leads to a kill. O'Reilly takes the first stock with a whiff punish knee, while Triple R does an easy edge guard. O'Reilly brings him back with the lead using a knee. A great sequence by Triple R brings it to 2-stock tie.
Forward air off the stage is going to back air him. Oh, down tilt.
really good down tilt.
Back air again. That's the stock.
O'Reilly decides to change his plan mid-game and begins to throw out different kinds of moves to pressure Kirby. Both players are now starting to play more safely as the match comes to the climax. In a genius play, Triple R full hop forward airs that crosses over Captain Falcon's shield that follows with a back air. He misses the edge guard and O'Reilly dashes away to avoid any potential attack thrown from Triple R. He dashes back and knees. Triple R accepts the stocks taken and keeps going. He gets hit with a down air, but Kirby counters it with a back air. O'Reilly looks noticeably frustrated after this stock was taken. The difference between these two players' reactions when each of their stocks were taken were very much in contrast, with an accepting attitude from Triple R and a frustrated O'Reilly. In this present moment, it is now the stock of champions, the survival of the fittest. Both players are battling it out with their heart and soul as the percentage gets higher. Triple R gets hit with a stomp. At this point, all O'Reilly has to do is a knee to win the set.
Oh,
Reads the spot dodge.
single hit in air to jab to stomp. And suddenly he's in a good position.
There is even a person in the crowd genuinely upset that O'Reilly could have taken the game. Both players are now at kill percentage. The pressure is on. Triple R falls down, and then what happens next is the game-winning play.
I don't think he could have followed that up anyway.
O'Reilly is looking
Up tilt,
scared.
forward air. Ooh.
Oh!
Gets the grab, down throw.
That quick pivot.
And he gets the back air.
Triple R advances to top 8 at a stacked regional, the only Kirby made to get this far. He took stocks off of Mewtwo, has beaten so many good players, and has now made top 8. This is a statement that you can play whatever character you want, so as long as you dedicate your time and effort to show how far one can truly go. Triple R's next opponent in top 8 is none other than David Q, a melee player from Nebraska who at the time was number 1 in the state. Kirby versus Falco. Loser gets eliminated.
Would you say it's easy for Falco to do some combos on?
Well, Kirby has unlike Jigglypuff.
Oh my god, that killed!
Amazing. Out of shield. Okay.
Oh my god, that forward air kill.
Yeah.
He's all about pressing.
Okay. Okay.
Oh
tech
my
chase.
god.
Okay, jab reset.
He's stuck on this platform. He's stuck on this platform
This
right
is
now.
he,
Oh, gets shot. Bear? Gets him
Amazing.
out.
Oh, nice tech. Okay, does it again. Okay.
He's back.
He goes.
You go for an edge guard here. Yep. Okay.
Okay. If David chooses to spam his lasers. All right. Wow.
Oh, he's back to lasers.
That was
David
Ooh,
isn't.
backflip.
David isn't gonna
Okay,
let.
this is a terrible spot for David right now.
Yeah, you saw this.
Triple R has shown his efficiency on the platforms.
Oh my god,
Okay.
he's got him stuck here again.
He's going for it. David might
apply.
Terrible spot for David. Right now. Pressure. Ooh.
Terrible spot for Triple R right now.
Let's see if David can.
Oh man. Oh, jab.
There we go.
F smash.
Jab F smash. It's over.
David takes the win. David takes the win.
There we go.
Oh man.
Amazing set.
Yes.
And it just shows how adaptive David is as a player.
Yes. He took control.
Triple R gets eliminated from the tournament, getting a 7th place finish at a big regional. Music King ends up winning the whole tournament, and although Triple R didn't get first, he managed to beat several well-known players in the Midwest along his way in the bracket. In 2016, he attended Genesis 3, beating Luigi Kid. At EVO 2016, out of 2,372 entrants, he placed 65th. After attending Kings of the North in 2017, this was his last tournament competing due to hand issues that prevented him from playing. There was certainly more potential to be shown from Triple R, but sometimes life gets in the way and we can't control what our body does. Since retirement, Triple R has shown up to locals from time to time to commentate and contribute to the Minnesota Smash scene. He will always have a home in the Smash community. If you are a part or not even a part of the Smash community, dude, just try playing Kirby once. You're gonna see how weird Kirby feels. He's like kind of heavy and he's like floaty, but it's weird. Like he's trash. But aside from that, dude, Triple R showed everyone how good he truly is, dude. Like he had so much potential to like go higher in the rankings, or even travel around the world and show everyone that Kirby is much better than people think. My first ever tournament that I attended, my first opponent was actually Triple R, and he 4-stocked me first game, and then second game he 3-stocked me. But yeah, it was a whole crazy experience. 'Cause I remember checking like the Minnesota PR from back then, and I was like 13 or 14, right? I think it was 14. But like, dude, I remember like looking at the videos and analyzing. I was like, dude, I could easily beat these guys. Like, it's easy. And like, I go to my first tournament, I get destroyed by Triple R. That was crazy, dude. I'm like, oh my god, it's Triple R. I started getting nervous. I'm like, oh my god, it's crazy. But yeah, it's cool. Over time, when you get better, you can beat Kirby. Yeah, and that has happened. But dude, what's even crazy is like I beat Triple R, but he would beat me again. It was crazy. I'm like, Triple R is actually crazy. Dude, I remember like hearing some things like, dude, how do you lose to Kirby? Dude, you have no idea. You were never here during the time like when Triple R was here. Like you were like you weren't even like born in Smash years, right? You had to be here when Triple R was here, and now you missed the whole thing. And because he was actually good, you saw the game with David Q, and like, oh really, dude, he's amazing. Like, Triple R is actually amazing, dude. You guys have no idea. I think it's really cool that he's inspired players like Captain Pretzel and among others, and I think Moon Knight too. But that's really cool. That's what, yeah, Triple R, he's goated, dude. He's goated. And another thing that sucks is that, like, again, he's had like hand problems, and that's something that every melee player goes through, and it sucks. But with Triple R, it sucks even more because he was a Kirby main and he had to retire because of the hand issues, and it just sucks. But it's it's life and that happens. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making this. It was really stressful because I was up like 2 days straight, just like editing like that, and just figuring things out. But Follow me on Twitch, sub to this channel, follow me on Twitter, follow my Discord server, all that stuff. I love you.